On the 7th and 8th of this month, the United Nations Human Rights Committee reviewed Sri Lanka's human rights record for the 5th time. The Human Rights Committee comprises a body of independent experts from 18 countries that monitors implementation of the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights by its state parties. At the committee meetings, NGOs such as Amnesty International presented their reports on the human rights situation in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka's human rights record was reviewed under the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, or ICCPR. Now, what is this covenant? News First delves deeper.
The International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights was adopted and opened for signature, ratification and accession by the United Nations General Assembly Resolution 2200A of 16 December 1966 and came into force on the 23rd of March 1976 in accordance with Article 49. The state parties to the present covenant, in accordance with the principles proclaimed in the Charter of the United Nations, recognize the inherent dignity and of the equal and inalienable rights of all members of the human family, is the foundation of freedom, justice and peace in the world. State parties are obliged to consider the obligation of states under the Charter of the United Nations to promote universal respect for and observance of human rights and freedoms. Sri Lanka ratified the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights on the 3rd of October 1997. However, when you take the SAARC region into account, powerhouses India and Pakistan along with Bangladesh and Bhutan are not signatories to the Charter. Over the past 2 days, Sri Lanka's work process under the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights was discussed, and Sri Lanka was given a 48-hour deadline to make any further submission to the report that was presented. On the 30th of October, the United Nations Human Rights Committee would make its observations to the countries that were reviewed.